I'm Christy J with Free Spirit, and we are here today to talk about the Entangled Roundabout program. This is a program by Free Spirit that focuses on the original Morris & Co. fabrics from Free Spirit, the Buttermere collection. It is absolutely stunning. It's got lots of blues and lots of yellows, and it's got that original artwork and original colorways of William Morris. Most people don't know this, but Free Spirit actually has a partnership with Sanderson Design Company, and Sanderson holds all the archives of William Morris. He was the father of the arts and crafts movement, and they hold all the archives, so we have access to all the original designs, the colorways, all of his notes. So everything is very authentic, which is very pretty. So let's look at this quilt real quick. We are calling this the Entangled Roundabout program, and basically a roundabout, the reason we call it a roundabout is because we've got the center medallion here, and then as we go through each section or each roundabout, we're actually putting borders on to make this entangled design. So it's fun to do. It goes together quick. Linda McGibbon wrote this. She's with Lakeview Quilting, and she just writes a really good pattern. So I think you're going to really enjoy it. Okay, so let's start with our tools. Okay, first thing you're going to need is a kit. So the kit has everything you need for the top and the binding. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let me kind of show you. Let's open it up and look at it. Okay, so we have the pattern, and like I mentioned, it's Linda McGibbon. She writes a really good pattern. This is not my first quilt with Linda, and she's always just flawless and does a really good job. Easy to read. Okay, and then we've got our gorgeous fabrics. Okay, so you see the gorgeous fabrics, some of the details in them. They are absolutely stunning in person. I hope you can see it on film. It's just really amazing. Okay. So like I said, this kit, you can get it at your retailer. Everything in it, you've got all the pattern, the total pattern. You don't need any special anything. I'm going to show you kind of our tools that we recommend, but you just use your normal quilting tools. It's straight piecing. And then you get everything for the top and the binding. Okay, so there's the kit. So definitely, if you don't have your kit yet, make sure you see one of the retailers. You can go to freespirit.com and go to the retailer listing, and there's a listing of retailers who are carrying the kit. Okay. All right, then you're gonna need a sewing machine. Just a good sewing machine in working condition. Just a straight stitch, nothing fancy pants. If you want fancy pants, that's great too, but just a straight stitch is what you need. In good working order, I usually recommend that you put a new needle before you start sewing. It will make a world of difference, okay? And then let's see, let's do the thread. I usually just use a really good quality thread, usually cotton. This one's actually Orifil. I've really enjoyed it. That's typically what I sew with at home. So anyway, you need some thread that matches your quilt. Today I'm actually going to be sewing with a bright color, just so when I sew you can see my stitches. Okay. And a 1/4 inch foot. It's right down here. I do recommend a 1/4 inch foot if your machine has one. I would, if you don't have a 1/4 inch foot or you don't know, go see your sewing machine dealer for your sewing machine, and they can help you out with a 1/4 inch foot. You can do it without a 1/4 inch foot, but I recommend a 1/4 inch foot because all the seams are going to be a 1/4 inch, and this nice little foot here just keeps everything straight and consistent. Okay. All right, basics, cutting mat. I usually get the biggest cutting mat that I can handle. So the biggest one you can get is always my favorite because you're gonna start with large chunks and you're gonna start cutting things down. So a large one is definitely recommended. And then just basic sewing paraphernalia, I would say pins with a pin cushion, scissors, that type of thing, okay? Even a seam ripper might be, you might want to have one handy. Hopefully you won't have to use it, but never a bad idea, okay? A good rotary cutter. We're going to be doing a lot of cutting in this class, so make sure you've got one that feels good in your hand. I like this one. This one is an alpha, and you can have a yellow one too. I actually got the pink one because I have a tendency to lose them, and the pink just kind of excites me and helps me not lose it. So a rotary cutter with a really good new blade is recommended because we're going to be doing a lot of cutting. Okay. Rulers. Okay, my 3 favorite rulers to have for this project. You definitely want a long one. So this one is actually a 6 by 24. So you want a long one to cut those big chunks up and cut the straight lines. I love a 9.5. It's just a really good handy size to have as you're cutting things down. And then a 12.5 is awesome too, okay? Okay. All right. The other thing you'll want to have is a good iron. Having a Liso iron. I like this one because when I leave it down, it pops back up and it doesn't burn my surface because I have a tendency to leave things a little bit longer. So, okay. And then a marking pencil. That's a good thing. Okay. So you can use, this one is from Solon. I love it a lot. This is just a chalk marker. You can use a like a friction pen if you want to, or you know, just something to mark your seams. And I'll show you, we're going to be doing some half square triangles, so we're going to be using these there. Okay. Okay, so I believe that is all of our recommended or our kind of essential tools, but we have a few extras that you might want to get that will be helpful with the project. One of my favorite things is this, it's called the Clearly Perfect Slotted Trimmers, and it's by New Leaf, and I'm going to show you how to use them in the second video, okay? But they're really helpful in trimming half square triangles, which we're going to be working on quite a bit in this one, okay? Another option for half square triangles are triangles on a roll, and these are by It's So Emma. So you'll need a couple of sizes, so we will actually list the sizes, so just pay attention to the ones we recommend, and I'm going to show you those in the next video. Okay. All right. I believe that is it for the first one. Actually, 2 more things, sorry. This is a rotating mat, and it's really helpful. We'll be using it quite a bit. So it sticks to the table on the back, and then you put it down flat, and you can rotate this without moving your block. So you can rotate the mat around. Okay. Last but not least, I like the tailor's clapper. They have them in different sizes. I just started out in tailoring 100 years ago, so this one is my favorite one, and we'll be using it for pressing. Okay. All right. I think that's it. We will go on to the next segment.